Today I'm going to discuss 7 ways how God can heal you from trauma and toxic relationships. Sign number 1. You've lost interest in the person and or the state of the relationship. Okay? When you were in a toxic relationship with someone, you most likely obsessed over that person and, wanted to micromanage the state of the relationship, wanted things to go a certain way, wanted the person to treat you a certain way. And after all of the time that you've essentially wasted in a toxic relationship, you've come to realize, especially if, you've caught yourself now in a continual cycle with this person and there's been no emotional growth and no other type of growth together as a couple, you've come to realize that what you thought you were doing with this person is not really happening. So in turn, you've lost interest, okay? This is not something that is giving you anything in return, spiritually or emotionally. And because of that, you don't find any value in it anymore, and spending more time on it is going to just be a waste for you. Number 2, you're busy with your own life, okay? Hobbies, school, class, dance class, coffee, dates, lunch with the girls, nails. I don't get my nails done anymore. Okay, but you get what I'm saying. Children, appointments, massages, I don't know, writing, whatever you like to do. You have literally made your cleaning the kitchen, for goodness sake. Like, you have literally put your focus on anything and everything other than that person and that toxic relationship, because you've come to see that even the most mundane activities are giving you so much joy, are bringing you so much happiness and just contentness, that you're too busy now to focus on something that was actually draining you. Number 3, you're happy all the time. Okay? And you're not just pretending to be happy. And you know why you're happy all the time? Because you have shifted your focus. Okay? You have shifted your focus off of what was depressing you, what was making you sad all the time. You've shifted your focus away from someone who was lying to you all the time, and just it was just a bad situation. And good for you, you've shifted your focus onto other things that have literally made you a happy person. Okay. Number 4, you have put him first. All right. So previously in a toxic or traumatic relationship, most of the time you are putting that person on a pedestal on top of everyone else, even most likely above your own self, which is, please don't do that. At least put yourself first. But now when God has done miracles in your heart and in your life, you realize that it's because you've actually put him first, even above yourself. Hello. When you put him first, you will start to see these changes happen in your life. It's a miracle. Number 5, okay? You begin to realize who you are in Christ's eyes, okay? You stop looking at yourself through the eyes of others, I guess you could say. You could say that. You stop looking at yourself through the eyes of others. You stop wondering who it is that you are. You stop trying to please others by doing this superficial crap that you used to do, the way you used to think that you should dress, or your hair needs to be a certain way, or you need to wear, a certain amount or type of makeup, or whatever the case may be. Like, you just stop doing all of these unnecessary things that don't actually bring you any joy, and you start to look at yourself and your life through the eyes of God, and you really start to see yourself in a different light. You really start to look at yourself with more value and more respect. Your self-respect grows, and you say, hey, I'm too good for the nonsense. I'm too good for a situation or a person who doesn't respect me and can't reciprocate my energy. I don't deserve that, and I'm not accepting it. Okay, so number 6, you've taken off your rose-colored glasses and you can see demons for what they are. All right, so I think, a lot of times when we're in toxic relationships, we can, sort of pretend like people's flaws don't exist, or people's problems or things like that are not really there, and we kind of just ignore them and hope that they'll go away, or that over time they'll change, or if that I keep kissing that person's butt, then that person will turn around and be this sort of person. And you just kind of gotten to the point to where, like, okay, I'm not playing this game anymore, and I'm not going to pretend that you are this person when you actually are a actual toxic person. And I'm going to recognize you for what you are right now. You've got demons inside of you that you haven't dealt with. You have past trauma, in there somewhere that you haven't dealt with, and you're actually using that, or probably, unconsciously, you're actually destroying the relationship with those toxic behaviors. And when you take the rose-colored glasses off, you start to just accept people as they are. You're not going to give people this time frame of, okay, well, I'll give them 2 more years, or I'll give them 2 more months, or I'll give them 2 more weeks. No, you just say, okay, you're not healthy and healed right now. Great. I'm glad that I know that now, and you kind of just accept that and take that, and then make your decision, based off of that right now. You don't wait for a person to change, and you don't go off of someone's potential, or who you think that they could be if they do the right thing. No, you just take them for what they are right now, and if they're not meeting your standards at the moment, you just walk away. Okay, so stop giving people, you've stopped, all right, you stopped giving people like this imaginary chance and all of this time to get it right and all this other stuff. No, you've just walked away, and you pray for them, and that's it. Okay, and the last sign is you've faked it and now you've made it. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So being honest about all this, healing from a toxic and traumatic relationship doesn't just happen overnight. And a lot of the times you're gonna have to, everybody's heard this before, like, you're typically gonna need to fake something before you can actually do that thing. Okay, so the same thing applies to this. So you're not gonna always wake up and be happy, when you're trying to get over something, or you're trying to overcome, something that's really bringing you down in life. So a lot of times you're just gonna have to get up and go to the gym in the morning, even when you don't want to. You're gonna have to get up and not talk to that person, even though you really want to, because you think that you can change them, or you think that one more text, or one more call, or one more approach by you is going to make that person see the light, or whatever. Okay, so you've taken the proper amount of time of faking it, of moving on about your life, of trusting God, of focusing on your dreams and goals, that now you're actually doing that stuff on a consistent basis without faking it. You're just living your life, and you're having a blast living your life with your focus on God. And now this is who you are. Now this is who you are. You've strengthened yourself from the inside out. You've strengthened yourself from the inside out, And now your walk through this is not fake anymore. You are real strong in Christ now. And so those are the 7 ways, and there's more signs, and we'll get to that maybe in another video. But these are some of the 7 ways that God can heal you from toxic and traumatic relationships. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.